Hello, my name is Cody Pfeiffer, and in this reflection I had done it over the book The Wolf in the Snow. The Wolf in the Snow. This is a picture book, no words included, by Matthew Cordell. He is also the illustrator of the book, and as I will point out during this reflection, just how well he does in illustrating the multitudes of expressions, seen throughout the story. The publisher was Macmillan, and this was written and copyrighted on January 3rd, 2017. There's 52 pages, just like I said, straight pictures. There's no words, so the age variance was usually around 4 to, I think it was 8 years old, in how well this book would get across to, the younger audience. Now, to give a synopsis of what happens throughout the story, you have a young girl who's walking home from school and just happens to get caught in a snowstorm. And at this very same moment, it's not her just walking, but also a pack of wolves that happens to leave behind a pup as well. Just a little dog, little baby wolf. And she happens to come across this baby wolf. And with this chance encounter, instead of, abandoning or leaving this little wolf, she decides instead to help it and to guide it along and push it through what otherwise it may not have made, because there's this, this snowstorm coming down. And in this very act, she's getting lost herself. So she's really going out of her way to help someone when she herself is in need as well. But you can see throughout the story, she is, trying to help in any way she can. She's lifting the pup up on her shoulders and, walking it across streams and, attacking off hostile creatures that, are trying to hurt this little pup. And the story, goes on with these beautiful illustrations done by Cordell that really, they could really catch, a child's attention. Because, the emotion in them, and the colors are very subtle, but the emotion in them can really be seen, on the faces of the little girl and the pup, as they go throughout the story, trying to cross this, hostile terrain. When we get to the end of the story, we see the pup, the little girl falls over in exhaustion, pretty much. She's told up, she can't go anymore. But just as this is happening, the pack of wolves happen upon her. And this little girl is, in this red outfit. It kind of spots the idea of Little Red Riding Hood, where, the wolves are going to eat her. But instead, the wolves see the kindness she provided, and instead decides to provide the kindness back to her. And with this kindness, we can see that they start howling. They get around, they semicircle around her and start howling to provide attention to her. And this allows the mother and the dog to come along and find exactly the little girl they were looking for. So this story, without a word, tells a beautiful story of exhaustion and kindness and terrified expressions. But really the purpose, the real morality behind the story is to get behind the idea that kindness will repay kindness. The idea that helping someone will always come back around to, help you out. And, while it's a simple lesson, it's something that could really speak to a child. Because you can never have enough kindness in the world. And the idea of playing on the idea that if you're kind to someone, they will be kind back. And it's such a simple rule. It really is, but it's one that, people so easily forget in today's era. But the story Wolf in the Snow was definitely a beautiful story that has a beautiful morality purpose behind it. The telling of kindness for kindness. And that karma, pretty much. If you're kind, you will be repaid in kindness. And the story done by Matthew Cordell was done in a very beautiful way. Illustrated to show the expressions to a point where it really is a story that students and children should get behind, maybe even the older audience, because it's a very simple rule that perhaps we all need to learn.